Theme 3: Food Supply, Food Waste, and Food Loss Challenges and Solutions. The third theme of this research focuses on a critical question. If enough food is produced to feed everyone, why are so many people still going hungry? The findings reveal that the problem is not simply about food availability. Instead, it is often about how food moves through the system, how it is distributed, how it is stored, and how effectively organisations can work together to prevent food from being diluted or wasted. Across North East Melbourne, food pantries described a system that is often unpredictable and difficult to manage. Many organisations experience what they describe as a feast or famine cycle. Some weeks, there is not enough food to meet community demand, while other weeks, there is more food than can realistically be distributed before it expires. More than half of participating organisations reported experiencing food shortages every week, while others reported shortages on a daily basis. Some clients are turned away, only able to access food relief services every 14 weeks or 4 months because of appointment restrictions and limited supply. These fluctuations create uncertainty for both community organisations and the people who rely on them. The research found that several factors contribute to these supply challenges. Changes within the food rescue sector, supplier restrictions, capped food orders, and increasing demand all place pressure on food relief services. At the same time, thousands of organisations are on several year-long waiting lists from one particular major supplier, all competing for the same pool of donated food. While the growth of food relief services reflects strong community commitment, it also means that limited food resources are being shared across a larger number of organisations. As a result, some food pantries experience chronic shortages. This food dilution is where the rubber meets the road, unregulated waste policies, where solutions are fast becoming the problem. The findings suggest that a more coordinated approach is needed. Food Drive could provide a real-time overview of food availability across the region, allowing organisations to identify shortages and surplus supplies as they occur. By sharing information and coordinating resources, food could be distributed more fairly and efficiently throughout the network. The research also highlighted the growing reliance on food donations. Community food programs depend heavily on support from supermarkets, schools, businesses, sporting clubs, and local residents. While these donations are essential, they are often unpredictable and do not always match community needs. Many organisations reported receiving large quantities of certain foods, such as bread, pasta, or canned goods, while struggling to access essential items like meat, eggs, dairy products, and fresh fruit and vegetables. Only a small percentage sourced directly from farms. This imbalance creates a situation where some food goes unused while critical nutritional needs remain unmet. Food Drive could help address this issue through smart donation matching. Rather than accepting whatever food becomes available, the system could connect donors directly with organisations experiencing specific shortages. This would help ensure that donations are more relevant, more nutritious, and more responsive to local needs. Storage and distribution challenges further complicate the situation. Many community organisations do not have sufficient refrigeration, freezer space, or dry storage capacity. As a result, they are often unable to accept large food donations, even when food is urgently needed elsewhere in the community. Limited refrigerated transport options can also delay redistribution, increasing the risk of spoilage. The research suggests that stronger collaboration between organisations could significantly improve outcomes. Shared storage facilities, pooled refrigeration resources, coordinated transport networks, and regional distribution hubs could all help maximise the use of available food. Food Drive could support these efforts by providing real-time information about storage capacity, transport availability, and food needs across the network. The research also examined the issue of food waste. Interestingly, one of the findings revealed a challenge that many people may not expect. As supermarkets, bakeries, and food producers become more efficient at reducing waste, there is often less surplus food available for donation. While reducing waste is positive from an environmental perspective, it can unintentionally reduce food supplies for community organisations that depend on donated surplus. Several pantry operators reported that businesses are producing less excess stock than they once did. Bakers, for example, are making more accurate production estimates, leaving fewer unsold products available for donation. This highlights an important tension within the food system. Efforts to reduce food waste are necessary, but they must also be balanced with strategies that ensure edible surplus food can still be redirected to people experiencing food insecurity. The research suggests that policy incentives could encourage businesses to donate unavoidable surplus food rather than discard it. Food Drive could support this process by tracking donations, recording outcomes, and helping businesses demonstrate their contribution to reducing food waste. Another common challenge is the mismatch between donations and actual community needs. Many organisations reported receiving excessive quantities of certain products while struggling to source others. Bread and canned goods are often plentiful, while protein-rich foods such as meat, eggs, and dairy products remain in short supply. One organisation exclaimed, "I need to know who's got bags of rice for my 100 families." The other, "My clients need meat, protein." This mismatch contributes to waste and limits the nutritional value of food relief programs. Food Drive could address this challenge by introducing smart donation matching and inventory tracking systems. By understanding both supply and demand in real time, food could be directed to where it is most needed before it expires. The research found that many organizations are already sharing food with one another informally. More than 70% reported redistributing excess stock whenever possible. However, these arrangements often depend on personal relationships, volunteer and opening hours availability, and transport capacity. One satellite hub delivers to half the pantries, but lacks in scale. There is currently no formal system that supports large scale coordination to meet regional demand and food equity. Food Drive could transform these informal arrangements into a structured redistribution network. Organizations would be able to quickly identify available food, request support, organize transport, and coordinate collections before food is lost. Food loss was another major issue identified by the research. Unlike food waste, which often refers to food discarded at the consumer level, food loss occurs when edible food cannot be recovered before it spoils. Perishable items such as meat, dairy products, and fresh produce are particularly vulnerable. Community organisations describe situations where large donations of perishable food was readily available for pickup or arrived unexpectedly, but could not be distributed quickly enough due to storage limitations or transport shortages. In some cases, valuable food was lost simply because there was no available refrigerated vehicle to collect it. The findings suggest that urgent pickup alerts, shared cold storage facilities, and coordinated transport networks could dramatically reduce food loss across the region. Food Drive could support this through real time notifications that connect available food with organisations that have the capacity to collect, store, and distribute it immediately. Food safety regulations also emerged as an important consideration. While food safety standards are essential for protecting public health, organisations reported that some regulations can unintentionally limit redistribution opportunities. For example, certain food items must be discarded if strict handling requirements cannot be verified, even when they may still be safe for consumption. The research suggests that clearer national governance guidelines, regulated food waste strategies, and better food safety tracking systems could help balance safety requirements with food access needs. Food Drive could assist by recording storage conditions, tracking temperatures, and documenting compliance processes to support safe redistribution. The research also revealed broader systemic vulnerabilities within the food supply chain. Events such as disease outbreaks, supply disruptions, and production shortages can have significant impacts on food availability. One example highlighted was the large scale loss of poultry production due to avian influenza, which affected egg supplies across the sector. These events demonstrate how disruptions at a national level can quickly affect local food relief services. This reinforces the importance of building local resilience. The more connected and coordinated local food systems become, the better communities are able to respond to unexpected disruptions. The research also identified a significant technology gap. Despite increasing demand and growing operational complexity, almost all participating organisations still rely on manual systems for tracking inventory, managing donations, and coordinating resources. Only a small number use existing digital donation platforms, and those platforms often lack the specialised and localised features required by food pantries. This presents a major opportunity. Food Drive has the potential to become a purpose built platform designed specifically for the realities of community food relief in North East Melbourne. By bringing together food pantries, food rescue organisations, donors, volunteers, businesses, producers, suppliers, and local councils, the platform could create a more connected and responsive food system. Ultimately, the findings from this theme highlight a simple but powerful reality. The challenge is not that there is not enough food. The challenge is that food is often in the wrong place at the wrong time or unable to reach the people who need it before it is lost. Food Drive offers a practical way to address this challenge through real time coordination, smarter donation matching, improved redistribution, storage and transport collaboration, and stronger community partnerships. The evidence suggests that by reducing food waste, preventing food loss, and improving food supply coordination, Food Drive could help create a more efficient, equitable, and sustainable food system across North East Melbourne. Most importantly, it could help ensure that good food reaches people, strengthening both food security and food sovereignty throughout the community.